Good evening, dudes, and welcome to Have the Race Gone. I'm Tral666. Tonight is AOR night on Have the Race Gone, as some of you know. So I'm gonna do the GT3 championships in Project Cars 2. I'm racing in the Audi R8 GT3, which is a really nice stable car, which is nice because this is a track you really need to be aggressive on. Unfortunately, my co-host, co-conspirator DirtenDK, isn't able to race tonight. Normally he races on the same night but in a different tier, but he has pedal problems, so mechanical issues for the Have the Race Gone racing team there. He might be alongside in the party though here for the warm-up. Not quite sure. Either way, I'm gonna hop on track and get some more track time before it's time to get on the way here. I've just been running with a low fuel setup for a while, trying to get used to how aggressive you need to be when qualifying here. It's really a yeet track, as some of the young folk might say. You really need to throw it over some of these curves. So just jumping out of the pits here.
There we go. I thought I was in the party, but evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a pleasure to be with you.
Almost hitting the walls there as I realized my sound is still on my laptop. Just getting ready to watch the Shadow and what it's up to. Hi there, Sunny. Nice to see you, Ethan. Ready for another night of me failing miserably on camera. Oh, Cole Phelps, the leader in my tier, just joined the warm-up lobby. We've had quite a few star names in this warm-up lobby so far, including, I believe, one of the guys in the tier 1 who's a Formula 3 driver in real life, though I keep forgetting his name. Yes, Audi, you may pass. Vectro, also a tier 1 driver, and a guy who knows how to pick the numbers in his name, obviously.
What is all these tier 1 drivers doing in
This is just an open warm-up lobby.
Oh, it's an open warm-up lobby. Oh yeah, of course. I was getting confused.
I think it's Vectro who's hosting it. Cole Phelps really can't decide if he wants to warm up or not. Just keeps connecting and disconnecting. Oh, the drifties.
Evening, Ethan. Nice to see you. And nice to have you along with us.
Yeah, so people are starting to trickle in. Hello, everyone. Just getting the final few warm-up laps in here before it's time to get underway. As you see, I need it.
Oh, getting slidey. I had to turn off the volume for the I'm watching the stream on my PlayStation in order not to hear myself delayed twice. Because it was getting very confusing indeed.
Yeah, it's gonna be confusing for you in general because you have live audio and then a few seconds later you have video of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so that's how it works. I hear it and then a couple of it's the reverse of what it is in the actual universe, where light hits you much faster than sound. This is in a world where sound comes to you much faster than light.
Man, that would make driving super confusing. Difficulty level would increase considerably. So I'm just sitting here casually trying to sip a cappuccino while racing in Austria. Oh! Yeah, don't drink cappuccinos while racing. just missed my brake marker by a few meters there.
Oh, zoop, 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 and round you go.
Guess it's time for another sip then. Oh, I'm sipping with the right hand so I can't shift up. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry, engine. I'm sorry for being this way. Man, coming from softs, you really need to be careful. It's so much more touchy under braking.
So did you decide what to go for in qualifying?
I'm gonna go for softs, because I think you can do two full pace laps, and then just reset to the pits.
Yeah. Is that better than taking a lap to cool off the tires? Because theoretically, I suppose you could just do a lap, like rolling around the track, but
yeah, sure. I mean, you could, but you'd be in the way of everyone, and
yeah,
it's kind of weird how the tires don't really necessarily seem much slower when they're like turquoise, you know, between blue and green. So no matter how you go on your out lap, there's gonna be enough grip for you to set a good time on the second lap. So you don't even, you can just do a full pace lap on cold softs, which is basically like hards, like warm hards.
Yeah.
Warm hards, that's gonna be good in the automated subtitles later. So I think, I don't know if, people don't know this, but one of DirtenDK's favorite things is to rewatch your own videos, but with automated subtitles.
It's absolutely hilarious.
We get a lot of kicks out of that.
I can only, I mean, not to advertise rewatching too much old stuff from the channel, though some of it contains very good racing as well, but just for the fun of watching those subtitles, oh, the stuff that algorithm comes up with. I mean, to be fair, they are quite, or it is quite good at actually getting what is being said, and I'd say it's right a surprisingly large amount of the time, but but it also gets stuff wrong. It gets stuff. So
yeah, I don't think it would be funny if it didn't get like most of it right. It's only because it's like a few little mistakes here and there that makes it credible, yeah, that's what we're saying. And most of the time it's utter nonsense, but sometimes it's, yeah. The heartbreaking zone is still one of my favorites. Oh no! Just loses control as he goes into the heartbreaking zone.
So one thing we haven't actually talked about at all coming into this race would be strategy. And I was just expecting it to be somewhat like the shorter AOR races we've done before, and that would be starting with all the fuel you need for the race from the beginning, and then maybe changing tires if necessary halfway through the race.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, I don't think it seems like there's much leeway in the strategy. You pick the tires that work for the track temperature, and then the goal is to wear your tires as little as possible, and maybe stretch it, and if not, put tires on in the mandatory pit stop, and that's about it really. There's not really there's not really many changes I've seen, at least not being successful. I mean, it always just seems like spend as little time in the pits as possible. So if possible, don't even change your tires, because it's gonna be hard to make up what you lose changing the tires.
Yeah. That's certainly right.
Oh, I'm looking at my computer to see what time it is. picking a different line through there.
Oh, I'm having that slight delay watching it.
This could be like a mental exercise for you of saying "ooh" less, because it's gonna be super weird if you do it a lot here. As I get the invite for the lobby there, which also reminds me that I forgot to switch off notifications once again.
Technically, it's not too late. You can still
before a roaring debate opens in the NES chat. Yeah, I probably should just go switch it off, shouldn't I?
Yeah. You'll have the time even when the lobby is loading and everything. It'll be the perfect time. So that means 10 minutes till qualifying is starting. And then a 10 minutes qualifying session, and then it's race time.
Flip, flip, flip. No, it didn't flip. Ah, disappointed.
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 Very disappointed.
So, loading screens. How about that? And now you get the bouncy heads for a while. Bouncy heads. Can you sing a bouncy head song while I do this? So that should do it. That should do it. I think. I don't know. Invite. No notifications, please. There's been too many notifications recently.
Poor. Yeah,
that's
there has been lots of
poor
notifications. Notifications. No diggity, notifications. There it is, the lobby.
The lobby. I present to you the lobby screen. This would be an appropriate time perhaps to go and grab yourselves something to drink, because from now until around 9 o'clock it's gonna be me and Dirten just talking.
It is.
Half the podcast gone in the middle of a race broadcast. What is this?
What even?
The layering. I don't know if it's one of my major weaknesses. I think it's one of the things I would list in a job interview if they told me to mention weaknesses. I can never tell which melody a lyric is when you do like new lyrics on an old melody or an old beat or whatever. Call it a podcast. That's a good one. Just talk about stuff caught around the edges of your eyes. You could call it a crotcast.
You could also place you in front of a quad bike and me in the rear and have a microphone in the middle, have a conversation while riding it, and call it a quadcast.
It would be a quadcast, absolutely. We could talk about my personal life, call it a slutcast. We'll be here all evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and
39 laps, 1 lap of wiggliness, the wiggly lap. The wiggly lap is my favorite part.
So, Charles, who's leading in your split? Do you remember in the standings?
Yeah, it's Cole Phelps leading, and then it's my teammate JW, who's top of the list here. He's in second position, and it's actually really close between them. Maybe I can even pull up the results pretty quickly, actually, I think. In third position, we have Jorns Zote. He's also in an Audi, so I gotta say, in my tier, it kind of looks like an Audi. The Audi wasn't a bad choice. But Jorn's really fast. He demolished everyone in the 1.5 hours at Road America. So he's in third position, a bit further back. There's only 14 points between first and second. There's a bit further down to third. I'm sitting in 7th position at the moment. Interestingly, we have the only BMW in the field. He's in 4th right now, and he has a turbo on his car. And for those of you not familiar with Project Cars 2, altitude, the track altitude matters as far as induction goes, as far as how much oxygen is in the atmosphere. So you get less power without forced induction. But none of these cars really have forced induction, so we have one car with the turbo in our field, and it's that BMW.
The McLaren isn't turbocharged?
Is the McLaren turbocharged?
I mean, in real life,
it might be.
I guess
it might be. Yeah, but I don't know if the GT3 version is. There's a lot of cars that's turbocharged in real life that isn't in the GT3 version.
It's a good question.
It's a good question.
Maybe. Yeah, it's turbocharged.
It's turbocharged. It's turbocharged.
It's turbo.
It's powered by Luke Durbridge of.
I was just about to say exactly that.
Cycling. By the way, shouts out to Lando Norris for getting like what 25,000 quid worth of bikes, and then the first thing he says online about it is that he doesn't like cycling. That's a pretty boss move, Mr. Norris.
Yeah, I'm here to review the best restaurant in the world, and I'd just like to start saying that I don't really like food.
But in this case it would be like, yeah, the best restaurant in the world that everyone really likes flew me out to review it, but I don't like it. And they paid me to do it as well. Yeah, it's a weird flex, but okay. Similar to his crib style video he did with McLaren, where he flexes on having, I think, 4 full sim rigs, which I don't even get. I don't even get it. I don't think Lando Norris has 3 friends.
Oh, it'd be nice if they just had some kind of warm-up system. As you enter, and then pop, and you could go into warm-up, and you could drive.
Yeah. Yeah, this lobby waiting time is really boring, and also the PlayStation really fucks with you with the audio settings. So I'm in this lobby, and all that's happening in the lobby is that everyone's chatting, and everyone's super friendly in my tier, so it's actually a pretty good time hanging out and chatting. But if I do it, no one on the stream can hear it. So what's the point as far as being a streamer goes? Being a streamer, you know what I mean.
Being a streamer.
Professional streamer. Do you think that would work? Like, people do that, just stream their everyday life, just walking around, holding a camera in their own face. Do you think you could do that while messengering? That could be pretty cool.
It. I've actually specifically thought about it. Like, you could mount some kind of cam, hanging out for your helmet,
have an 8-hour
just
stream
looking at you all the fucking time.
Have an 8-hour live stream of just that angle they do in mountain biking, where the camera's on a big pole that swings around.
Yeah.
And the highlights of the stream would be when you got the stick stuck in the door.
Would it be absolutely hilarious? It would be 8 hours of looking at someone making facial expressions and saying hey and getting mad at traffic and stuff like that.
I'm starting to get a feeling this might actually go faster if I hit the start button. Because everyone's starting to get ready and we're about 1 minute away from getting underway here. At least according to my clock. Although
According
I did read something a long time ago
9.
about Denmark being actually technically being behind on time compared to the rest of Europe due to some technicality, which is bullshit information when I don't know enough to actually say it, but there you have it.
Something about something.
Imagine if this stream was on a PC, we could do all kinds of funny stuff while doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, I could be your spotter and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, useful information for our tiny viewership here. Isn't it today that the first episode of the Formula 1 documentary is up on Netflix? I think it is. So once you're done here, maybe go check that out. I heard it's pretty cool. I heard, like I talked to someone close to it. I read it online. Oh, Ethan, you cutie, you absolute cutie. But actually, man, we're getting pretty close to setting up some PCs and doing some PC sim racing. We'll be in touch.
Yep.
We're
Yeah,
definitely gonna do some stuff, some racing together once we get that far. But it's in the works for sure.
So we're getting close. Oh, it's one. It's at least it's
loading.
Because I'm just. It's so
in real
confusing 'cause
life.
I'm
It's
watching-
loading.
Yeah, I gotta get with the times, man. I'm behind.
Can you edit the video so the title of the stream is just two Danish guys get confused about time differences?
I feel like every dad must feel when he talks to his kid, like he's just always a little bit behind on what he sees. Because the thing is that I'm directly with Trouts on the audio level, but I'm watching the stream, so I'm seeing what everyone else is seeing as well. And that seems to be, to me at least, a little confusing.
So just gonna waste some valuable qualifying time trying to get the chat to be bigger. Chat be bigger. Enlarge thyself. Good job. To the sweet, sweet tunes of DirtenDK furiously typing. I'm gonna set up my fuel and stuff and get on our way. So sticking with that soft strategy of just running a few laps on softs and relying on that to be okay. It's technically a bit colder than it was when I practiced it, so we should be good. Just gonna drop in 4 laps worth of fuel. I think that should be good. Oh, and just there we have on the screen 420. Hey!
Hey!
Oh, ruined.
Time to be ale a mile.
Okay, you know the drill. Cold tires, the car's gonna be slippery. Just build it up nice and steady.
So it's time for that warm up. Warm up. Warm up. When my rubber's still acting real cold. Warm up. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reset, I guess, because if I want to run full suicide, my radiator's way too open. Woohoo!
Wouldn't it be better to, now that you've gone so far and used?
I'm not gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it when I run out of fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, almost got invalidated right at the start there.
Oh, yeah, close indeed.
Just a little bit careless there.
This is perfect, Kraus. I get your reaction, you can comment upon it, and then I can see it. I see it just after, then I can add something.
Yeah, you'll be
the
you'll be the more analytical guy.
I'll be your Martin Brundle.
Oh, braking way too early there. I've certainly done most of my practice on hards. I'm not really adjusted to how super grippy these softs are.
You're right there, Traus. See, when you're driving in AOR, you must be concentrated. You cannot relax. You cannot be tense. I don't know. I'm trying to be like Martin Brundle in Formula 197, but it's just too long time ago. I'll have to find. I actually found some decent PlayStation simulator, or was it like a emulator? PlayStation simulator. The PlayStation emulator for the PC, which is pretty much a must-have, I guess. And I'd love to find and play Formula 197 again. Just for the good old commentaries of Murray.
So let's see what the first lap is here. As Dirten gets totally derailed there, starts talking about emulators.
It's not too bad for you though, it didn't seem to derail you too much.
No, it was okay. It's not an impressive lap on softs, but it's enough to put me on 4th based on everyone's first lap. I know I can go quite a bit faster.
And no one's broken into the 20s yet.
It gonna happen though.
Yeah, I'm sure as well.
So interestingly on softs, the setup I'm running is actually a bit more understeery. Hello, Heke, can I pass without you killing me? Cheers. Oh, can I pass without being distracted? No, I can't. So reset to pit.
Can I pass without you killing me? Cheers. Oh, can I...
Oh, reset.
Yeah, I just got distracted. I felt pretty sure he was gonna kill me there, because of the way he was still on the throttle and pointed inwards.
Yeah.
And I didn't back off at all. I attacked even harder to try to get past.
So you were on road to improving by a couple of attempts.
Yeah, and I messed up in some of the early corners.
Okay, so you'd actually still be looking at like a half a second of improvement, something like that.
Yeah, I think I have something like that. Maybe a bit more even. Still didn't fix the radiator opening to be more suicidal. But if we can stay behind Cole here, that might be good. He's looking very quick.
I was very close to saying that'd be a good wheel to follow, but it is kind of true also here in this sense.
Yeah, we need to use more cycling analogies. That would be fitting. Oh, my sook has left me. Cole.
No.
Goodbye, old friend. Get a proper exit. This is a hot lap, Trials. What are you doing, mate? Pretty good lap so far.
Yep.
Just a bit careful on the go stick there. The go stick, what the fuck?
Loud pedal.
The loud pedal.
It's very much a loud pedal in that Audi.
That's lovely noise it makes. It doesn't. That's gotta be a penalty. God damn it. That was a good lap though. No, current and next. That's it.
To bend it.
God damn it.
Hey, evening goat. And you're very much on time. Trials is finishing qualifying right now, and
just fucked up qualifying completely.
Yeah,
just wasted my last
out.
2 proper laps. So it's my banker that's gonna be counting here a 31-0, which is half a second or more of what I could do. What a waste of time.
Yeah, that's a shame.
There's no reason to watch this from my perspective. Let's watch what the quick guys are doing. So Jorn's gonna have one final lap here. He's gonna do the entire lap in neutral. That's pretty impressive. Coming around the last corner here. Crucial exit. He doesn't get it. He's on the AstroTurf and in the grass. That's gonna cost him. So just staying
being in neutral.
Just staying in neutral all the way up until the braking here. Downshifting from neutral into neutral and then just smashing it through T1.
All the way up through neutral, so neutral and then up into neutral. That's impressive to see.
Yeah, a late upshift into neutral there. By the way, hi Goat. What's up, man? Nice to see you in time. Beautiful stuff. So we watch him come through the tight uphill corner there. He does it in neutral, interestingly, and then he upshifts into neutral, coming down through there.
Oh, but I'm sure that the neutral there is the better option. It seems like neutral has more traction through that corner, indeed.
Yeah, similar stuff there. Interestingly, he downshifts into neutral and seems to lose the and he does lose the back end. He certainly should have tried to do that corner in neutral. It's a bit too hair racing when you do that corner in neutral.
Oh.
So pretty much.
The delayed boy.
That's qualifying done with me in P7. Very disappointing stuff. So potentially, I feel like I could have gotten in the top 3 or 4 in the first couple of rows. That certainly didn't materialize for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And it's
traditionally, it's a little bit of a dangerous place to be, and
it's the worst place. It's the worst place to be. Yeah. Everyone thinks the worst place is further back, but it's actually like 6th to 9th is worst, because everyone thinks they can get into the top 3 in the first 3 corners.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if they don't, no one wants to back off, because they know once you're in that tight pack, if you just back off a little, you lose like 2 or 3 spots. So everyone's super aggressive there. Further back, everyone's just waiting and following along.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're at the back of the field, you know that you're not going to be winning the race. And you're already at the back, so let's just take it easy and wait for everyone else to crash. That's usually what happens. And when you're in that mid-pack, it's kind of scary sometimes, because you know that Well, that's where stuff usually happens.
Yeah.
But that said, it can happen at the front and it can happen at the back as well. You know, there's nothing guaranteed. And indeed, Goat, I think he was in a Tesla. I think it was the Audi R8 e-tron GT3. That must be one of the reasons he's so fast. Remember fuel.
So just a moment of
opening.
a moment of silence as as I try to make sure everything's fixed. I did that once in the rain, started the race on dry tires. That was not a success.
I didn't do that. I actually started the race on wet tires, but then I went in and got damaged, and then I forgot to, because the strategy was to pit for softs at some point, so that was what I had on my strategy. And that meant that I came in early after, I don't even remember how many laps, 4 or 5 laps. Still lots of laps left to do in the wet.
Yeah.
And got on the slicks at that point. Oh yeah.
It's an interesting prospect in this race. I'm wondering right now if the altitude is gonna mean burning, if I burn more fuel or less fuel. I mean, theoretically I feel like it should be less fuel.
Well, it would make the, I don't know if you would burn less fuel, but you would have a less efficient engine from the fuel you burn. So I think whether that means you burn less fuel or not, I don't know, to be honest. But
I feel like it should burn less. Or maybe just waste it more. Waity.
5 seconds.
Those were 5 long seconds. It's because the altitude, the seconds are longer.
No, it's just like when you see people getting off a red light in real life, that's the same kind of syndrome. Everybody's like, oh, I don't want to go into the car in front. I'm real scared. Did you just... Oh, you're up in 6th now.
Yeah, it's an amazing overtake. I'm sure the JW will appreciate me showing how skilled I am at overtaking.
Around the outside in turn 1, that's a brilliant move on the warm-up lap.
So it's wiggly time. Get your wiggles on.
We're on the warm-up lap. Folks, we're getting close to action time indeed. I found my commentary voice from within the depths, and I'm probably gonna leave it. Throw it right back there in not too long, for the sake of Trout and his race. Because
I think we should definitely slow down on the talking and then ease into it once the race calms down. In the beginning here, it's gonna be total silence.
It's gonna be let's talk, please.
Yeah. Minimal talking. Minimal talking.
Minimal talking. I feel like Valtteri Bottas could have a more of a Finnish accent. I'd like him more if he had more of a Finnish accent.
Clear.
Do I have the drink or not? The drink. No, Kimi, no.
Left rear corner. He's on your left rear.
No, Kimi, no.
All clear.
The bottle. Okay.
Okay, it's time.
Very close.
Still there. Still there. Clear now. On the left side. Still on your left. Clear. left side. 3 wide, 2 on your left. Left side. Still there. Okay, clear. Watch your left. Clear.
So just lifting off a little bit to try to let JW through, and that really upset the McLaren behind me. That wasn't on purpose, but my teammate really needs to get going.
2 lengths behind you. Still there.
Oh, loose back end there. Just need to warm those inside, those left tires are just a little bit cold. That was sketchy.
One length behind. Not one, 2 lengths back. Right rear corner.
Oh, JW had a bit of a moment there.
One length behind. Still 1 back. 2 lengths
McLaren behind me is really fast, but I so want to wait for JW and let him go. He's better than me.
There's also a bit of a struggle going on up
Watch
in
right,
front.
got a car right.
Seems like you're catching
Yeah,
up
I'm battling now, and I know delayed.
Clear.
He just made a dive on the inside.
2 lengths back.
I'm having to brake late and stuff to avoid him diving on me, which just offsets my rhythm a little bit.
Behind. Just at your own personal best lap. Keep it up. 1 length behind. Not 1, 2 lengths back. Right side, on your right side.
Oh, there he go. I was so afraid of him tapping me out. He did that before as well. This time I just eased off.
That was a serious lunge there.
Yeah, I saw it coming. He tried it once before, so I was ready to just move out of the way, and that's what I did.
Yeah, clever stuff indeed.
There he goes. Oh, F's for the lungy boy. Shame about that, Chad. To be honest, it was a pretty good move you made. F's for the lungy boy.
There was a certain bit of poetic justice in that. To be honest. Daniel, no!
I don't know, I didn't feel it was too bad of a move. It's just very aggressive. And I gave him space and it was safe enough, so no hard feelings at all.
No, it's just the mentality of racing like that so early on in a long race, you know. It's, yeah.
Yeah, you're right about, I guess that's what happens if you aren't careful. So a bit of a situation developing up front here with JW having caught up to Barker and Racerfan, or R-Racer, as I guess would be correct. And that means in turn that I'm catching up. Well, that was Matt, who'd had a bit of a situation. Yeah,
and
just...
right.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, we're just back right behind JW once again.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys are duking it out, and the trouble is that they're actually going pretty slow. And I think we want to keep up with the BMW, because I think that's going to be one of the faster cars on track here. Oh, hello, JW. Okay. Suddenly I picked up slick tires and just had infinite grip. Hope he's okay. No, he's into the pits. How did he get damage from that? What the fuck? Now he's getting huge penalties. What happened? No.
Well, that's a shame. What happened there? It looks strange.
I don't know, to be honest, I guess I kind of just rolled into him. I was going so much faster. I just had the tiniest of taps. I have no damage or nothing. But he got huge penalties and then he sped into the pits, and now he has like 50 seconds and he pitted early, so I just completely ruined my teammate's race, who was in P2.
What? 50 seconds of penalty? That's insane.
And I just wanted to wait and just hang out behind him. I never wanted to do anything.
No, of course not.
Oh my god. Well, nothing I can do now but get my head down and try to pick up the pace.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, looking good at the moment. You're catching the guys in front as they're battling.
Yeah, I see. I feel absolutely horrible though. I would have much rather had a really embarrassing crash on my own.
Yeah, I understand. I feel the same way. It was such a small touch. So quarter of the way through.
Oh. They say you cut the course.
Have a pretty good rhythm at the moment, though.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. Catching up to our racer again ever so slowly. Oh, missing a lot of shifts though, as I say it.
Yeah, I find that easy to do up through the gears. First couple.
So evenly matched, me and our racer at the moment. It's just going back and forth on a few tenths all the time. Such a difficult thing not to push just that bit harder to try to catch. That's how you crash.
Yeah, don't do that.
Just going a bit wide there for the first time. Nice to have you back, Goat. While you were commuting, the race has gone pretty well, actually pretty steadily. But then I had a tiny tap on my teammate and I just completely ruined this race. With just the tiniest of bumps, a little love tap. I think it ruined his suspension, I'm afraid. And he got some massive penalties just as it happened, so I wonder if the system blamed him for the penalty somehow or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty bad. There's been a very somber atmosphere on the stream since it happened. Yeah, indeed, that was what I thought would just be a cheeky little booty tap, and then JW just went straight to HR with it. And I'm now facing full sexual assault charges. Not a good thing.
So I was just away for a short sec. Still seems to be going pretty smooth though.
Yeah, pretty much status quo. Trying to catch up to our racer. Maybe doing so by a tiny margin, maybe not. It's kind of hard for me to tell by now.
Nah, it very much looks like status quo, just in the vicinity of 3 seconds.
But I should be going faster with the amount of fuel I have. At least that's what happened in testing, so... By now I actually think the answer might be to push a little bit more.
Yeah. I'd say by this rate, you should double step your tires.
Yeah, that's my thought as well. Almost nowhere at this point.
Exactly.
Whoa. See, that wasn't even... That was actually because I backed off how aggressive I was coming in. I was like, no, I don't want to be that aggressive. And then as I slowed down, I lost it.
Yeah, so you kind of have to be that aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least once you like commit to it, there's no backing out. Because I just lost everything I'd won by being aggressive. That was very aggressive, and that paid off.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
Okay. Please, no penalty. Thank you. So started dropping time to our race now.
For the moment there, it's still looking okay. Just keep it cool, keep it consistent. And evening, Tomke. Nice to see you, man.
Oh, Tomke. Nice to have you in the car, man. Oh man. A 32-1, a 33-1. Stop it!
The little delay, I was just waiting to see, oh no, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I'm good. It was squiggly.
Every time I hear your wheel rattling, I'm saying, "Oh, what's going on now? Your wheel."
Yeah.
So what's on the plus side here is that you're still within 10 seconds of P2.
Yeah. Still there or thereabouts.
That's an interesting conversation. Goat and Tomka, extinction in bed, no worries.
I mean, you can go extinct in your bed too, can't you? I think most deaths happen in a bed.
I think you're right.
You're right there, Dirten.
You're right there, Dirten.
Oh man. I just lost over half a second there. Wah, wah.
We can hope that some of the guys in front are gonna fuel more than you on the pit stop.
Yeah, take tires. You never know.
It's getting a little late for that, but you never know.
I love that little twitch he does when I close the in-car menu. I'm gonna show you after this corner.
I saw that the little twitch before.
Yeah, just the little meth addict tweak. Oh man. Why am I drifting that corner? So I was gonna pit, but I see that our racer is catching up to lap traffic, and I just want to see how that develops. And then hopefully that'll mean that I can pit next lap, if nothing interesting happens, and not deal with traffic.
Yeah, you could even run an extra one, probably. But it's a good idea trying to take advantage of that situation.
We're good. We're good. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here at all.
Roger, box this lap.
It's always interesting getting into the pits.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's a scary pit entrance.
It's
just
actually
narrows so
it's way
suddenly.
better than it looks because of the compression, so you have a lot of grip in there.
Oh yeah, of course. But it's just really narrow.
Yeah. Drop me, drop me, drop me, drop me, drop me.
Clear, go, go, go.
Gee, I hope the fuel is enough. Oh shit. I didn't measure that out. But it should be enough. Should be enough.
Should be fine, yeah.
So actually out in 5th still. 4 and a bit seconds ahead of Thomas. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is that? What is that line? That line is... shite.
That's the wide line. Nice to get out in front of Thomas.
So Thomas is actually catching me right now. Don't feel like there's a lot of grip, but I think it's because the tires need to be above 80 now to be really grippy. As you can see them go just a bit lighter in the color as well, outside the numbers. Just have to adjust to it a little bit, I think. Yeah, certainly looser through there. So the heat is really on now. I'm really struggling with the tires. I felt like just after getting out from the pit stop I never really got the same grip in them. And it's making me do all kinds of stupid stuff like that. I feel like it's just save after save after save. And I'm nervous if I can even keep it up for this long. Ah! God damn it! I was just about to say. Apparently, the magic trick was to complain because I really felt like the grip came back there, and I was pulling away really quickly as well. So. That corner is so melodramatic. I was just too scared to get on the throttle there, and that means you lose grip, so it's almost understeering out of both of those corners. Oh, god damn it, the rear end is so loose. The leader is pitting. The leader is pitting now. The leader is pitting. The leader is pitting now. The leader is pitting now. Suddenly the car just tries to kill me over that corner every time. God damn it. Please, no penalty, please. They said I could go there. Thank you.
Behind. Still there.
Please, no penalty, please. Right, I'm gonna hop in the voice chat so I can figure out what happened. And apologize, obviously. Yeah, but I'm gonna switch the audio so Man, JW, what the hell happened? JW, what happened? What happened? I tapped you and I got no damage or anything. But did you get damage when we touched? did you get did you get damage when I hit you, JW, or what? Oh, okay. No, not at all. I thought that was why you pitted, because I hit you, but it was like a small tap, and then suddenly everything just went totally wrong for you. Yeah. Yeah, well, that was too bad, man. Nice recovery though. Good race, guys. I'm coming back, and you keep doing this every time, but I'm pretty sure they can't hear you. I'm pretty sure you've just been chatting to yourself. I'm gonna check. Hang on. Yeah. You were chatting to yourself. Anyway, guys, yeah, I think we're just gonna end it quickly. That was maybe not the most exciting of AOR races. It was pretty status quo all the way through. As a quick note, I want to say JW actually didn't get any damage from me tapping him, and the reason why he went to pits was because of some other incident that I didn't see. Okay. So actually I didn't do anything to him, and it wasn't actually my fault. Okay. That would have been nice to know in the race. Yeah. Because I just saw me tapping him, then him dumping himself into the pits and getting 50 seconds worth of penalties. And yeah, meanwhile he's just talking on the radio, and I was like, oh shit, he's like yelling at me and cussing me out in Dutch or something. But unfortunately wasn't the case. I felt bad for the next many laps. It completely ruined my efforts as a streamer. Because I was sad for a long time, because he's very close in the standings, and I think top 3 were all top 4 in the standings here. So because he got, you know, I eased off to let him pass at the end there, but it doesn't matter with his 50 seconds. So of course he got shit points when he could have gotten way better, because he recovered to be side by side with me. So yeah. That's a shame. That's a shame. I was doing the right thing and trying to wait, but yeah, I'm gonna check it on YouTube. But I did really feel like I was really surprised when suddenly I was approaching way faster. It looked strange indeed. I kept thinking that's fine. It's just like a difference in the pace in the middle of the corner. You know, you always get the distance varies in the middle of the corner. So I was like, it's fine. And then it was just constantly like he slowed, and then just went boop. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, according to him, I didn't really fuck anything up. I just gave him a tap, so that's good. Okay, I guess. That's good to hear. Yeah, so that's nice to hear. Technically an incident-free race for me. Half the race gone first in Project Cars 2. Yep. Actually, yep. Hooray! Indeed, it is. Hooray! Anyway. It's been a pleasure streaming once again, guys. Yeah, hope to see you again next week. Thanks for tuning in, Goat. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Goat. Thanks, man. It's been a pleasure, you guys. Tune in tomorrow for Dirt and Rally. That's always a highlight of the week for everyone involved. And then this coming weekend, Friday and Saturday, we're going to be covering the 3 hours of Autopolis in the 2008 GT500 cars. It's of course the IGTL stint race. The IGTL, guys, it's gonna be insane. And we say this every time, but the grid is like almost even more stacked now. And you've been yelling about it for so long, Charles. The People's Champion is in the race. The People's Champion is in the race. Hooray! ERT Stevie is gonna be racing, and it's finally gonna be time for those regular viewers amongst us to see where he places amongst the best, because this really is the best. It's a race of most of the great guys in this game. So make sure you tune in over the weekend. It's gonna be both Friday and Saturday. Indeed. And until then, make sure to take care, guys. Have a great day. See you soon. Ciao.